Thank you, and welcome to our town of Islip Menorah lighting. We're here in front of Town Hall, ready to light the second candle of the menorah. And I'd like to welcome everyone here. I'm Angie, Carpenter, Town of Islip Supervisor. This Festival of Lights, I read something in Newsday just yesterday. They were asking people what Hanukkah meant to them. And I think it was a rabbi who talked about the fact that this Festival of Lights is an opportunity, or saw it as an opportunity for us to bring light into this world that has a little bit of darkness now and again. And I know that everyone's life sometimes has some darkness, and if we can be those beacons of light to help make things better for them, we should take that opportunity. So I'm very grateful tonight that we're joined by our Islip Town Councilman, Jim O'Connor, also our Receiver of Taxes, Alexis White, and Islip Town Clerk, Olga Murray. So without further ado, I'm sorry, John. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
You come early? That's at 1700.
At 1700, he was here. Also, Islip Town Councilman, John Carpenter. And we have with us from the Department of Parks, Deputy Commissioners Deirdre Wahlberg, Carol Charchalis. We have also with us Mayor Pat Huber and Arthur Abadi, our Director of Personnel. It's been a busy little elf today. And the busiest elf of all, our Commissioner of Parks and Public Works, Tom Owens. Did I miss anybody? No. Okay, I'm going to turn this over then to the rabbi.
Thank you, Angie. And I am Rabbi Steve Moss of B'nai Israel Reformed Temple in Oakdale, and a resident of Islip, and it is always my honor and great privilege, thank God, to be able to light the menorah here in Islip in front of Town Hall. In the Talmud, one of the important books of Jewish tradition, there is a discussion as to how to light the menorah. Do you place the candles in from right to left, or you light them from left to right, or how do you do that? Interestingly enough, in the Talmud, the discussion is between two rabbis, Shammai and Hillel. Shammai said that you actually start on the first night with all 8 candles lit, and each night you take away a candle, so at the end you have 1. Hillel said, no, you go the opposite direction. The first night you light 1, and each night you light, so at the end you have, obviously, 8. Well, in ancient times, they understood the value of compromise, and so they actually combined both of these opinions by you put them in from right to left, but you light them from left to right. However, there is something much more important behind this discussion, and that is Hillel's. What is the whole thing about starting with 1 and adding a light each night rather than the opposite? It is, as Angie said, what the light really means. The lights of the menorah represent the light of freedom, the light of hope, the light of belief that tomorrow can always be better than today, to dispel the darkness that at times surrounds us as individuals, as communities, a nation, and the world. And so our task as human beings, for all human beings, not just those within the Jewish community, which is why it is so special that the menorah is here, in this place, and that is we are to increase the lights, in other words, by our efforts, to truly increase the light of freedom, of hope, and of belief, not only for all of us, not only as individuals, but as a community, as a nation, and as a world. And so, I don't know how to do the electrical part here, and so gentlemen, if you would like the second night's candle, there we go. It is on the right side facing the menorah, and I've given out some song sheets, so we're going to test my choir back here. We have reversed nothing at all. Ladies on my left here, you don't have any song sheets. Here you go. Okay. And so we're going to join together on the top of the page. First, Rock of Ages, and then we'll skip down to probably the most famous of all, and that is the dreidel song.
Okay, that sounds good.
Rock of Ages, let our song praise thy saving power. Thou amidst the raging foes wast our sheltering tower. Furious they assail failed us, but thine arm availed us, and thy word broke the sword when our own strength failed us, and thy word broke the sword when our own strength failed us. Kindling now the candles bright, greet with joy each glowing flame. Dedicate your life to right, faith and freedom to proclaim, that men may be hearing, oh Lord, the time is nearing, which will see all people free, the tyrants disappearing, which will see all people free, tyrants disappearing. Well, we don't have caroling as such in the Jewish tradition, but how about later on traveling with me to different homes? We'll see. That sounds very good. Okay, the bottom of the page. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. It has a lovely body, with legs so short and thin, and when it is all tired, it erupts and then I win. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. My prayer is a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and may truly 2019 be a blessing for our nation and for all humankind. Peace, love, harmony, and better days for all. Amen. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Rabbi Stephen Moss. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you.